Blessings, beloved ones. So, the moon has reached her pinnacle and is in her waning phase. So, again, we're being given this opportunity to really take stock and assess, what has happened in this last cycle, to really observe where we have been emotionally triggered, emotionally charged, to see what it is that we can release to allow us to fulfill our purpose here on the planet at this time. Because, yeah, it feels like we're in a bit of a pressure cooker. There's so much turmoil, there's so much war and pain and suffering. So, how do we find a way through this to stay in our center and to play our part in this great transformation of the consciousness, this great awakening? And we all need to be doing the work. The second half of the lunar cycle, when we move into this time of the waning moon, it's about doing the shadow work. It's about looking at where we have been emotionally triggered or charged, um, you know, assessing our behavior, seeing what ways we can improve to really help to contribute to this great change that's happening at the moment. Because we have all come here onto the planet to grow and to play our part in the evolution of the consciousness. So, when we work with the cycles of the moon, it's such a wonderful opportunity to use these energies to move with this growth and expansion. And so as I say, these couple of weeks, well, less than 2 weeks, moving towards the dark moon, is that opportunity for us to do the shadow work, to look at maybe some of the patterns we are holding, those trauma responses, trauma triggers that move us into a place of discomfort where we're really not behaving as we would ideally like to behave. And the first and main work that we need to do, of course, is to identify these patterns, to identify ways that maybe we withdraw our love, or how we can overreact, or over mother, or whatever the patterns are. The main thing is to give ourselves time to recognize them. And when we see these patterns, one of the ways to work with them is by trying to do the opposite. When we see ourselves withdrawing or becoming silent because somebody has hurt us, if we can manage to actually turn that around and connect, really try to connect and speak about what it is that is happening. These are ways that we can overcome these patterns by consciously doing the opposite to what that trauma response is. So if we're getting triggered, if we're getting angry, it's about coming back to the breath and really allow the breath to deepen and to soften, and to really listen to our heartbeat and come back to the center, and not act in that anger, or whatever is being triggered in us. So this practice of coming back to the breath is so powerful. And so becoming aware of our patterns, becoming aware of the shadow, is the first and most powerful thing we can do in healing these patterns, these triggers, these shadows. So in the next 10 days or so, that is the opportunity we're being given at this time. And it's a really beautiful morning here in Kerry, and the sun has blessed us, which doesn't happen every day, unlike in some parts of the world. So I think it's really beautiful to acknowledge as well the solar action in our being. You know, the solar plexus isn't called the solar plexus for nothing. It's where we hold that solar energy. It's our will. It's our ability to project into the world. So it's really important to connect to the solar energy as much as it is to connect to our lunar energy. So, you know, we know that the world, the universe, is made up of these opposites, the alpha omega, the masculine, the feminine, the active and the passive, the structured and the flowing. And, so this honoring of the solar energy is really important as well. So I really love to do morning practice with the solar energy when we're blessed with its presence, when the skies open and the blue azure skies are available to us. It's easier to connect with that solar energy, of course. But yeah, so this solar frequency is really potent at this time of the earth. We're receiving all this amazing photon bombardment, which is this new consciousness, this solar heart loving consciousness that is being gifted to us at the moment. So yeah, really, really important to connect to our solar aspect as well as the lunar. And because the world is made up of opposites, and when we can balance them, we're coming into that place of our true essence, our pure essence, this masculine, feminine balance, and the dark and the light, and recognizing that we contain everything within us. And we are reflections of these cosmic forces. We are a mixture of earth and clay and stardust. And so it's so powerful when we can see ourselves as part of this oneness, as specks of stardust that are here to blossom for a time, and then when it's time to go, it's time to release our threads and release the elements that we are made up of. And but a very dear friend of mine died recently, and that was her parting gift to me and many of our dear friends, was that energy of being in the moment, appreciating this incredible life that we have, and really being in the now, but also trying to take the pressure off, trying to do less, trying to be in our joy, to really connect into that inner bliss. You can hear the cuckoo calling, which is such a beautiful symbol of this time of year, this time of the blossoming, the time of approaching Bealtaine, where the beginning of summer is heralded here in Ireland. And so wishing you a beautiful day or waning phase of the moon, and blessings. May you be filled with this light of the cosmos, this light of the sun, the moon, the earth, the great mother, grandmother wisdom of held so dearly by our ancestors. So wish you a beautiful connection to nature, to the cycles, to your place in this great transformation that's happening in the world. A blessing that you may find your path in consciousness, to really connect to your soul, to connect to your healing, to connect to your expansion. And yeah, may we all hold that place in our hearts for the emergence of peace at this time. So much war going on, so much turmoil, and yeah, may we be beacons of light, beacons of love, holding this prayer for peace in our hearts, that all those who are in battle zones may find safety, may find food security and freedom. So, blessings to you all. Very much love on this beautiful day here in County Kerry. So much love.